Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Renee. If you're new, today's video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys on my Instagram, it's just at Renee Amberg, some questions that you guys had, and instead of like going through and answering them, I just went through all of them, wrote down some of the top questions that you guys had, and we're just gonna chat. The first question that I have is, how do I afford New York? And is it expensive? Yes, it is very expensive. Am I affording it? Yes. I had properly saved up a whole bunch of money. I had like a savings from the past 2 years of doing YouTube. I am very much a saver. I don't like spending money on unnecessary things. I grew up with my mom who had money problems growing up, so I just look at money very like differently than I feel like than a lot of people. So I'm not a huge spender. But obviously moving to New York, I've been spending a lot. A lot of you guys are asking me like how I make my money or if I have a side job. I don't. All I really do is YouTube. I think a lot of people too are confused because some of my views are lower than a lot of other people who live in New York and they don't like live in as luxury of an apartment. And I think either one, they're probably just not spending as much money on rent as I am, yet they're probably making a lot more money than me, or two, the fact that I work alone for myself. I don't have any ties to talent agencies, and a lot of YouTubers will sign contracts that kind of stick them with an agency, and there's many benefits with agencies. Personally, I don't need an agency because I know how to interact with, you know, brand deals and all that stuff. But for people who are either new to YouTube, are still in school and really young, or don't know how to navigate that world, I feel like talent agencies are an okay thing, but you have to understand like what you're signing. A lot of the times they have contracts for specific years, so you're locked in a contract for that many number of years, and they have access to different brands who, if you guys know, are basically the sponsorships that you guys see on Instagram, YouTube, and they will give them a flat fee. And most of the time, I'm assuming, don't take my word for it, that the agency makes a percentage of what they get paid from that brand. Imagine the talent agency has a brand. Let's just say they give the YouTuber $1,500 to sponsor this brand. 30% of it goes to the talent agency and the other 70% goes to the influencer. I'm not saying that's what all talent agencies do, but from the past when I worked in the modeling agency, that's kind of what I saw. And the numbers don't reflect that either. I just picked 30, 70 as just something. But imagine like taking that away. So I just get the brand deal directly to me and no one's really taking money out of that brand deal. That could definitely play a part, but I also wanted to share with you guys my income that I get in. So I have multiple streams of income. It's not just YouTube or sponsorships. So I'm pulling up my budget now. And yes, I pay for my rent all by myself. I don't have help from family members. I don't have family money. I pay for my rent all alone. I don't have a boyfriend that's paying for my rent. This is all me, which I'm really proud of. I never really want to be tied down to relying on somebody. So here's what I have for income. I have obviously YouTube, so AdSense, like the ads that you see on YouTube that play in between my videos, I get paid for those. If I were to only do that and not sponsorships, I would not be making enough money to even live in a decent apartment outside of New York. And then we have affiliate links. So all those links that you guys see in the description box sometimes are linked to a different site, which will get me commission on any products that you guys buy through the links. I can do a video up, like if you guys are more interested in like that side of YouTube if you want, and I can explain how you guys can sign up for your own if you have your own YouTube channel and stuff. I just think it's really important. I don't make a huge amount of money from this either. Sometimes it's literally just like a couple of cents. And then I have others, so like any other sort of income that comes in. I do put a lot of my money in the stock market. That's not how I make my money at all. I don't make income from that, but I've invested a lot of my money and put it into this stock. But I've never like pulled money out from that, if that makes sense. So I haven't made any money from, I mean I have, but like I haven't pulled it out. Does that make sense? So I think it's really important if you do make a lot of money to look into what you can invest in, talk to like a financial advisor or find like a savings program. That's like a whole world that I've kind of dove into this year that I was very unaware of and uneducated on. But again, not really making money from that. I'm not like a gambler kind of investor. I kind of just put my money in and gradually watch it grow. And then the bulk of my income comes from sponsorships. Those are the brand deals that you guys see in my videos. For example, you know, like Green Chef or something. That's where I get the bulk of my income from. And then if you guys remember QKids, a long time ago I used to teach kids English online. If you guys are interested, it's always linked in my description box. But I used to do that, and then I had posted a video about how you guys could get into QKids on your own and work from home and make a lot of money, like a decent amount of money for working at home. I have a referral program, so occasionally I'll get a chunk of money from QKids just because people are using my referral links. So just like little things like that. My money fluctuates a lot. It is kind of scary, but again, like I mentioned, I have savings, so that's kind of my income information for you guys if you guys are curious. Next thing is, why did I come back to New York? Do I regret moving here? Many of you guys know I came here, got stuck during quarantine, and then I ended up going back to Florida for a few weeks. And I honestly realized how much I actually miss being here. I'm very independent. I like my own space. I like being home. I don't like living out of a suitcase. I love my family to death, but a lot of the times when I was back home, my mom went to work, my brother had work, so I didn't have a car either. Obviously, I could have probably rented a car, but a lot of people there just work, so I'm just kind of stuck at home all day anyway. And then I had specific brand deals that I had made a commitment to, and then when I was home, I wasn't working. So I like being home. I felt like it was very much needed, but I'm not going to stay there until everything ends because I have my own independent life that I need to upkeep and work on. So that's the reason why I came back. I wasn't going to stay there for very long. Yes, I don't really like being alone here, but at the same time, I crave my independence. And do I regret moving here? I mentioned this in a previous video. I'm right where I need to be in life. I'm just trusting the process. Yeah, it was a crazy time. I wasn't aware, obviously, moving here that this would all happen. Obviously, I didn't like predict that my dad wasn't gonna be here. I didn't predict Corona. I didn't predict that Noah was gonna be stuck in the UK. If I had known back then, would I still move? I probably would have just not signed a lease until one more year, but obviously I had already signed the lease, so I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm paying for it. I'm just kind of taking this time to obviously reflect, but also kind of get my apartment in check and just work on my channel, you know? So no, I don't regret it, and that's why I came back. Next question, did I break up with Noah? No, a lot of you guys thought I broke up with Noah because I posted an Instagram story where I was like, I don't need no man. I did my wallpaper alone. I've always really done things alone. Like I said, I'm a very independent person. I grew up with my mom who literally did it all. She was a single mom. She would paint her own home, do all the like men work that men typically do around the house. She did that all alone. So I've never like felt the need to have a man or someone do certain tasks for me around the house. If anything, like if they help, that's great. That's just an added plus. But I don't need a man to like do my wallpaper. And I think the reason why I was so like feeling independent was because all the videos that showed me how to do the wallpaper required 2 people. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this alone. And you know what, I did. So no, I didn't break up with Noah. Yes, he's still in the UK. Yes, he's still coming here, but we're just waiting for everything to be safe. We don't wanna risk him coming here and getting sick or getting anyone else sick. It's really different when it's different states versus he's literally overseas. So if you think about, or if you've ever been overseas, typically when you're on an airplane, you do get sick because your immune system just goes down because you're on the plane for so long. And add Corona on top of that, it's very risky. So we're just waiting for, you know, things to die down a little bit. There's no rush for him to really come here. I'm still doing my thing. We talk every day, and no, we didn't break up. Next question that I had was, when am I gonna do a morning routine or night routine video? I'm waiting for my furniture, which probably won't even be done until September, October-ish. So I promise I'll do this. I just don't want to do it and then like, because those videos to me are like art. I really like filming them. It's like very aesthetically pleasing. If you guys watch my routine videos, you know. It's literally just B-roll and I don't talk or anything like that. And I just want everything to be like beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Maybe I'll do like one in an upcoming vlog or something, but it would probably just be talking and it wouldn't be like the routine video that you guys are asking for. A lot of you guys are asking me about my sciatica nerve, an update on that. I had a pinched sciatica nerve and I got it about a week ago. I haven't worked out in a week, which is insane for me, and I'm feeling very lethargic. I'm feeling very uncomfortable, bloated, and just not myself. I'm trying my best not to go work out because it takes a few weeks to heal, but I'm getting that itch and I'm thinking I might start working out again because I don't feel it. But I did that last time before I even knew that it was a pinched nerve. Like, I felt it one day, it went away a little bit, and then I worked out and it got real bad to the point where I couldn't even walk. It was extremely painful. I was crying all day. Like, it was just awful. And I was just pissed at myself for not letting myself like properly heal. So I haven't worked out in a week. I really do want to go work out, but I keep telling myself like, just be patient. But I really am getting the itch, but I'm feeling better. I don't feel it at all. But that's like not to say that once I start working out, it'll get worse again. So that's my update. A secret talent. I am actually double jointed in my thumbs. This is really gross. If you guys are grossed out, don't watch. But I can literally flip my thumb and bend them backwards like this. That's my secret talent. Another question that I'm getting is work-life balance, and if I get a job, which was my goal coming here to the city, how would my YouTube channel be affected? If anything, I'd still just be doing videos. Obviously when I get a job, I would probably need to like ease into a routine, and we'll figure that out as that comes. But I still want to do YouTube 100%. I love YouTube. It's just something that has become my world. I literally look at YouTube as my career, my stream of income, my creativity, my fun, like all of it is YouTube. And I have kind of lost the connection of like having fun with it now because I feel like there's a lot of pressure, and it's just really scary to know that I have all of my eggs in one basket. I still want to get a job. I'm probably not even going to look into that now, probably until next year, because I just have a lot going on the rest of the year. We'll see. But I do want to get a job eventually. Once things start opening up, I would love to talk to somebody, maybe like a recruiter or something like that, because I haven't been in the industry of like the world of interviews and resumes or anything like that in such a long time that I obviously need help. So yeah, that's not a priority as much anymore. It's definitely something that I still want to do. And a work-life balance, it's really hard for me. I'm still learning, but my job is my life. Like, I literally vlog my life, so it's hard to sometimes put work down, but I love work. That's another thing. When I was back home, I just really craved working. Like, I really hate not doing anything. It just makes me feel bad. So I like what I do, and that's probably why I have a healthy work-life balance, and it doesn't feel like work to me. A quarantine realization that I've had. I've been learning a lot about patience because I've just been like waiting. Sorry, the sun is coming in and I don't know if I like it or not. But yeah, I'm just learning a lot about patience and slowing everything down and the value that I have of people and life. I've always been like a homebody, but now everything, it's making me miss obviously being around people and experiences and like taking advantage of every moment and opportunity. And now I feel like whenever anyone invites me to do something, like I'm never gonna say no. So yeah, just a lot of waiting. I've been through freaking enough. Never gonna take moments for granted anymore, you know? Alcohol. A lot of you guys had questions about me drinking. I am 26 years old. I've been drinking for a while now. I don't drink every day. I like having a glass of wine or a cocktail with dinner or friends, but yes, I do go out sometimes. I used to go out before quarantine, and yes, I would drink. But I am not dependent on it. I don't drink every single day. And just because I post it doesn't mean that I'm like promoting unhealthy habits. You know, everything in life is balanced, so that's how I feel about that. Personality type. I am an ENTJ last time I took it, but it's been a while since I've taken the test. I'm always like on the borderline of like an E and an I, but the last time I took it, it was an ENTJ, so it's the commander. Happiness lies in the joy of achievement. We focus on the most efficient and organized means of performing a task. You guys know me, that's literally me. We're realistic and visionary. We're fiercely independent. We analyze the world in a logical and rational way. Very true. We are born leaders. My brother just told me that the the other day. He's like, you're a really good leader because you just like tell me what to do all the time. I'm like, I think that's just like territory in terms of being an older sister. Oh my god, it's like a day in the life of an ENTJ. Wakes up at the crack of dawn to cram maximum efficiency into the day. Reaches a lofty target and immediately resets it to be even loftier. Develops a complex strategy to optimize a simple part of their daily routine. Plans 14 projects ahead of themselves. Very true. Offers constructive criticism as support or care. Sets a new goal and disappears for 2 weeks to complete it. Yes. Delivers motivational speech on every topic. Lets loose and plays just as hard as they work. Very freaking true. Let me know what you guys are. A lot of you guys are asking me how I'm dealing with being alone so well. I'm really not. I feel like when I'm not busy, that's when I tend to get in my head. It's the unknown that comes with being alone. If I was told, hey, and on September 7th, all of this will end and you'll be able to do whatever and life will get back to normal, I wouldn't have this weird feeling of being alone. It's the unknown that's making me fearful, because I'm like, oh, I'm alone right now. I don't know how long this is gonna be. It just keeps getting extended. Life keeps getting crazier. And it's just very disheartening to see that and keep getting my hopes up, you know? So I think that's what I'm having trouble with more than just being alone. I actually really like being alone, but obviously I'm not liking it right now. It's been almost 4 months now being alone, and it fucking sucks. But FaceTime and stuff is really helpful. I FaceTime a lot of people every single day, friends and family, so yeah. And I work and work on something. Like, even if you guys don't have a job right now or you don't work from home, like, do something. A lot of you guys are asking me about my mental health. I actually filmed a mental health update. And somebody asked me, they're like, how's your heart? I just thought that was so sweet. And like, are you happy? I'm not happy. And that's not a bad thing. I feel like happiness is such a pressured emotion in society. It's like, you need to be happy all the time. We have so many different emotions. Like, why do we have to be happy 24/7? And if you're not, something's wrong with you. Obviously, like, this isn't my dream life. Like, I'd rather be traveling or being with family and friends and with my lover, Noah. Like, it's just not an ideal life. So no, I'm not happy right now. I'm trying to make the most out of it. I'm trying to do my best to be happy and positive and have gratitude, but this is not my ideal life. So it's not a bad thing to not be happy. I'm not depressed or sad. I have depressing and sad moments. This whole journey has been very sad, if I had to sum it up in one emotion. But I'm doing the best I can. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I feel like I'm right where I need to be. And I know that this is all temporary, and it's gonna make me appreciate life so much more and, you know, take life for what it is rather than letting it just slide by, you know? Yeah, those were the questions that you guys had. I'm sorry if you guys did ask a question that wasn't answered. I'll definitely do one of these again in the future. Just make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that's where I typically ask these questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry the sun is all weird right now, but I'll see you guys all in a future video. Love you guys so much.